329 kilometers west of Nairobi, the capital city of Kenya, lies Oyugis, a small but very vibrant town. It is home to the Luo community, as well as Shirikisho and Oyugis Integrated Program, OIP. In the year 1958, the late Cardinal Moise Otunga, then the Bishop of Kisumu Diocese, wrote a letter to CMM Brothers in Netherlands, inviting them to come and carry out their mission work in Kenya. And with that, on September 29, 1958, 7 CMM Brothers left the Netherlands for Kenya. In the year 1983, the CMM Brothers, responding to requests from Cardinal Otunga, opened a new novitiate in Oyugis to train new African candidates on spiritual life. At around the same time, the first HIV case in Kenya had been reported.
When we noticed that the wounds were not healing, there was no healing from inside, we noticed it has to do with AIDS. So later on, we discovered this is AIDS.
When the first HIV case was reported in Kenya, people knew very little about the disease. In fact, there was a lot of misconceptions about HIV and AIDS, leading to a lot of stigmatization and deaths. In Oyugis, like many other parts of the country, the disease was thought to be as a result of witchcraft or a disease brought about by going against the cultural norms.
No tere ke paro ni ya jo Tanganyika ne gi yedhe di thiedhe ne kata ng'ate mokinge tema no tere motamore ne nyakwadha kawada.
The mission of CMM Brothers is to work courageously together with communities everywhere in the world towards a better future through trying to contribute towards making the world a better place to live in and to bring more humanness into the society. It is from this guiding principle that the CMM Brothers, with no knowledge or medical equipment, got the courage to attend to the wounds of the very first people who were suffering from HIV and AIDS in Oyugis.
People came for healing their wounds. They had wounds on their legs most of the time, and we tried to put plasters, but there were no professionals. I did it with the people who are in the formation house, the novices. And okay, everybody had his turn, but there was no professional approach.
Oyugis was one of the few places hard hit by the HIV scourge as it spread like bushfire. The town that thrived with different economic ventures suddenly slowed down, and village after village buried their dead year in, year out.
It was sad. It was sad, especially for us brothers, you know. That time he was staying here, and he could see the body just to put there at the gate. So it was a sad feeling for us when we see people dying, and that is what moved us as brothers to start helping these people.
As the adult population vanished, children were left orphans, grandmothers became parents to the orphans, and the sick suffered from lack of medication, proper nutrition, and hopelessness due to stigmatization. It was obvious that a lot more than just cleaning the wounds needed to be done.
Through the late brother Anthony Koenig, he was the provincial superior, but he retired. Then he thought of starting this project, Oyugis Integrated Project, mainly to focus on the people who have been infected by HIV/AIDS, and apart from that, to do other things so that to support them in other ways. And that is why you see we started the medical department, we started social department to follow them up, to visit them in their homes and see how we can help them. And we also started with agriculture to boost them in terms of food and other things.
Oyugis Integrated Program, OIP, was established in 1994 to provide a holistic approach to the HIV and AIDS pandemic. It was meant to address not only the medical and social needs of those infected and affected by AIDS, but also prevention of AIDS through education and information, care for the HIV positive, as well as a support for the widows, widowers, and orphans. To date, more than 20 years down the line, the CMM Brothers still do what they did with love and mercy.
When we started with the project, we thought we have to be near to these people, to accompany them, to listen to their problems, to listen to their suffering, and to try to find an answer to their questions, because there's many questions. I've only mentioned now one, that is the one for caring for their children, but about their own life as well.
From the humble beginnings when the CMM brothers cleaned wounds from the sick without any expertise, today OIP has a fully equipped health center where the sick are attended to at an affordable cost. This came as a reprieve to the patients who had to travel over long distances to get treatment elsewhere.
We did not limit our care to HIV only. So the door is open to anybody who can access any common ailments treatments like malaria, typhoid, dysentery, those small infections that we have. We always take care of them.
OIP ngima hospital chone wadhi nono leto kalure kaka ngima oidho kata tuo machal nade othiedh outpatient atimo na 50 bob kende mano wapogo OIP nyithindwa gi githiedhonwa.
HIV treatment and care is still at the core of the health center's work. Here, treatment offered is more personalized with attention paid to individuals' needs, their response to medication, as well as adherence to the same.
An kan romo higa 2000 aboro gochiko to nasigo katuora kata nadhi osiptal to nopima district hospital sub district iluongo ni Ramula. Koro ka nopima kanyo to noyud ka an gi kute mag tuo, koro nomisa ni onego bed ni achako kawo yath. Koro nadhi achako kawo yath e health center ma Otoro. Koro kata nabedo nakawo yath kamano to ne ok ane ka an gi change ahinya nikech samoro ne nyalo dhi iyudo ni yath nitie, omiyi yath to Septrin ok omiyi, ng'isi ni idhi ing'iew. Koro kidhi manyo kuma idhi ng'iewe gi samoro ionge pesa. Nayudo ka tuo pod medore ameda. Koro ema nayudo osiepna moro nodak Oyugis. Ema nopimona ni nitie kamoro be Oyugis miluongo ni Sirikisho. Koro kane girwaka matieko dweche moko adek to naneno ka koro an gi lokruok. Koro ka naduogo ang'iso min oda.
In terms of HIV and AIDS, Shirikisho is known that majorly that is what it's doing. And secondly, the type of care that we give, it brings the patients, they feel so close to us. We do not discriminate them because we do not want them to be stigmatized. We have always encouraged them because we tell them HIV can infect anybody, including even the health workers.
Kama Sirikisha ingekuwa sikukuwa nimejua singejua ningekuaje kwa sababu nilikuwa nimeogopa sana hiyo dawa. Nilikuwa nimeogopa kumeza, nilikuwa ninafikiria tu maisha yangu itaisha tu hivyo. Vile niliungana na hawa nikajua kumbe hiyo sio mwisho wa maisha yangu.
Sirikisha gimotimo mopogore kaka gimiyo ji yath, gimiyo yath moromo maber, yedhe te madwarore ka gisepimi moyud ni onego iti gi yath mane, to gimiyi yedhego te maonge yath moro machak bedo ni ok gimiyi, kendo gidirecti maler kaka onego bed ni itiyo gi yath. Maka ok iti gi yath nitiere gigere chik, gimiyi chik mager ma koro ok itiyo kaka gidwaro to kidok to iyudo maka koro yath ok gidwa ni gimiyi, maluwo ni nyaka koro iti gi yath maber.
We want to encourage people to concentrate on that first line and to take it well so that the drug, it is either they take drug well, let them fail but they are taking drugs well, then we will switch them. But let them not fail because they are playing around with the doses of the drugs at the time of taking.
Without proper care, HIV weakens its victims to an extent that they are rendered immobile. For OIP, when such cases arise, the health center staff take up the responsibility of conducting home visits under the home-based care to check on the progress of the patient, address medication where necessary, and most importantly, to give hope to the patients and their family. There is a spiritual and social touch.
Katandalo manipodalis nebet ninigiteko. Ao mapiko ka itere jogo dhi wuoyo kode, lakini koro biro mohingo japiko makata koro ikete mna japiko siling 1000 piny to kobika no biro ome kech en ng'ama ki iya kode dhot kacha tikete apiko to ka kidhi kode kucho tiloro go to kendo ine miting'e itere nyaka e dho thieth kucho, koro tamo japiko onge ng'ama biro ka. ka gibiro to wach ma gikelo na wach mayom chunya to yom chuny jatuo.
The OIP's Health Center has become an important partner in the fight against HIV and AIDS in Oyugis and the greater Homa Bay County. It is a critical link in ensuring that those affected by HIV get ARVs free of charge, as well as in sharing critical data that help in understanding the prevalence rate of HIV in Oyugis sub-county, and finally, to the Ministry of Health. The integration of the health, social and agricultural departments at OIP and their seamless operations is key in achieving the set out objectives. As a result, the three departments share information about their clients in order for their needs to be addressed by the relevant departments as they arise.
Initially, we had 2 centers before we rolled to the cluster. We had to Pendane and we had to Rumeliane. In these 2 centers, these are the people who had been tested and accepted that they are living positive. So these are the people that we target through the approach of the social department. So whenever they go to the social department and they raise the issue of food, the social department refers them to the agriculture department. So once they have been referred to our department, we do a follow-up.
Through OIP, grandmothers and grandfathers who live with their orphaned grandchildren receive stipends that enable them to provide for the children, even though in a small way. The resources they are given enable them to buy food and address other basic needs for the orphans, like better housing conditions.
Ne andayo tune antie tune aloko hala ma konyara ko kodi. To gini ya wuta mane madongo motel mane otario achiel chiegin tie kod nyithindo koro da chiego da adegi tan madago ka onge kony to ngima nyalo bedo matek to nikop kony no bende ema yuora The
importance of our department for this project is to journey with the people who are suffering, to educate them, to make them see that even though they are suffering, there are some people who care for them, who can share with them, who can even challenge them and educate them how they can live positively with all the challenges they have in life.
The program's goal is to ensure that those who are affected by the HIV pandemic live a normal, happy life within the community. As such, OIP does not run an orphanage for the orphans, but instead provide for them in one way or another, including ensuring that they get education like any other child.
When you enter into the world of people affected with HIV/AIDS, when the father or mother passes on, the children remain. They need hope, and the painful reality that you cannot stand to see is children not going to school. Children who are scavenging for themselves because nobody cares for them. So because our congregation was founded precisely, we always say that concrete needs and wants actually were behind the foundation of our congregation, and the same charisms being lived here in Kenya. We had no other option but to look for the well-being of these children, look for finances and support them in the school as a way of giving them hope, a future when they can be able to also see, realize dignity as human beings.
Our sentence will include what you are waiting for.
When my parents died, my uncle came and took me to come and live with my grandmother. But unfortunately, before I was taken to school, that my uncle died. So it forced my grandmother to search for me scholarship, but for good luck, he found one of the members working in Shirikisho, and she talked to her, and that person agreed, and she went and talked to those people, and then they got for me a scholarship and they took me to secondary school. I think because I finished my class 8, I think it would have just ended like that because there was no school fee actually. I am feeling good and I appreciate those people. I appreciate the Shirikisho people who took me to school.
Although my father died, I managed to go through primary school well, and in secondary school, my mother thought it wise to join the Shirikisho so that when I finished class 8, he could have some means of taking me to school because we were also 2 brothers and we were in the same class. So she thought it wise, and she joined the Shirikisho, and I secured a chance. I think I would have been taken to a much poorer school, or maybe because of my performance in primary, I would have been told to repeat so that I could get the marks that could allow even the government or the Equity Bank to sponsor me. I really have great expectations about my future, and I want to be a neuropathologist, and that's what always makes me to study hard so that one day I'll achieve my dreams.
We give them parental care. We assure them that that is what life is. We actually provide them much more than what their parents would actually provide. They even appreciate. Some of them have even come back to congratulate us for that, appreciated what we have done to them. Some of them have even offered to help others also accomplish their dreams.
In managing HIV and AIDS, psychosocial support is key for those who are either infected or affected by HIV and AIDS. The social department ensures that people who are affected receive proper counseling. Besides, they involve people who have openly acknowledged their HIV status to reach out to those who are still afraid to come for help.
Baada ya kuungana na shirikisho, nilianza kufundishana na watu wa home-based. Tulikuwa tunakuja hapa tunafundishwa, na mimi pia niliona ni mzuri heri hata mimi nisaidie mwenzangu. Nikaenda kwa mama mwingine, nikamwambia hata mimi unajua ni nini. Nilikuwa kama wewe. Webu uniambie tu, alafu tusaidiane. Akakubali, nikamueleza kitu mzuri, nikampeleka district, akapimwa, tukakuja naye hapa, akapata matibabu.
And with that comes group therapy. Group therapy is an important element in the social well-being of those infected or affected by HIV and AIDS. Through cluster groups, such as those for the widows and grandmothers, individuals are able to find solace in one another. In fact, most of the groups are becoming more than just therapy groups. They have grown into something big and beneficial: the self-help groups. Self-help groups have been able to turn around dwindling fortunes into profitable economic ventures for the people living with HIV and AIDS. Some run table banking and revolving funds which boost their financial needs.
Shirikisho kaka nachake ni wadhi od ng'ato ka od ng'ato. To kaka nyithindo jok mapidho nyithi kiye, ng'ato nong'o sabun mar siling 10 otene ng'atno. Ng'ato nong'o kubrit kata en gi kubrit 2 otene ng'atno. Koro kanyicha obedo mokoro wachenjo mokoro piny idho nikech tipeny tindo idho. Koro wadhi od ng'ato gi sukari kata nwang'o mana kwota, kata nwang'o mana sabun nus, to watene gi odgi kanyo.
Ang'enya sawa wena ngima, to nyaka bed gi lokruok. Kech koro ka in gi dhok 2 ng'e ni nyalo keto ni chak koro dhi mabup, koro inyalo neno kata itero mana imako gi jo hotel moko kucho, itero negi, to pesa donjo mabup koro an bende kaka ng'at mong'eyo ni an gachiel 2 3 kaka nyithind kiye, ikawo ichamo 5 tikano 5, ikano matin ne nyithindogo mondo chieng' mogen bende kochopo kama gidhi sikul to gisomgo.
Proper nutrition is a critical element for those living with HIV as well as the orphans who are left behind owing to HIV and AIDS-related deaths. The Agricultural Department undertakes projects that ensure that these vulnerable groups get proper nutrition.
Nani gi nyathi moro mane tuo to nadhi kode e osiptal to hospital nonyisa ni amany cha adier. Koro kuna nyisogi ni an gi dieko tabiro tachako nyietho chak tamiyo nyathino. Bang' juma achiel taneno ka tuo norumo. Nofuolo kofuolo to kogore piny to kineno ogwecho kaka ng'ama nigi wuoyi.
We came up with the issue of the dairy goat and the dairy cow because basically we realized that milk component has got all the nutrients that are required. So when we were doing our baseline survey in the field, we realized that there are families who can take care of dairy goats. And from the research that was done, it was revealed that through the dairy goat milk, the milk from the goat, when you take it, it boosts the immune system. So this is where we gave some families that we realized that had been a problem of nutrition. So that these children, as much as the project could not support them by giving a balanced diet, but they could get the milk from the goat. But as a result of that, we have seen the impact from various families who are taking this milk. Their immune system was boosted both from the parents and also for the kids. So they were able to get that.
And to diversify their food needs, they have been taught about effective kitchen gardens that have now become affordable means of providing nutrition as they battle HIV. Through the cluster groups, the Agricultural Department encourages each individual to have at least a kitchen garden that will enable them to get enough nutritious food at the house level.
Puonj mayudo mag pur to konya mang'eny nikech mokwongo no puo tera training mondo ang'e kaka nyalo pidho alot. Koro e kindegi wapidho alote mag kienyeji sana sana sukuma wiki. Apuro anyalo pidho rabolo, apidho bando. Koro gigi konya e yore mang'eny nikech ayudo go pesa to bende anyalo chiemo ka ok agolo pesa tanyalo ng'wedo alot e puodho.
The major problem with these people was nutrition. So agriculture came in to boost them in terms of nutrition and food.
Agriculture and food production is not only encouraged at a small-scale level. In fact, people living with HIV who are strong enough are encouraged to cultivate more land through provision of oxen. This enables them to provide enough food for household use and sell the surplus to generate much-needed income. For those who live in dry areas where agriculture is not viable, an alternative is provided that enables them to generate daily income through which they can buy food and provide for other family needs. Lucy Atieno is one such beneficiary.
To ne nyisa ni wan ok wanyal konyi nikech gima wanyalo miyi pile pile ok nyal romi. Koro in ema iyier gima wanyalo konyigo. Wanyalo konyi gi punda kata gi dhiang'. Punda ni kwa konyigo to wamiyi gi kat. Koro nawacho ni miya uru punda. To ne gimiya punda. Koro punda ni mosebedo ka konya.
This far, the Oyugis Integrated Program has come. They have run the good race. They have fought a good fight. They have been their brothers and sisters' keepers. They have restored hope to the hopeless. They are a true testimony of what mercy and love can achieve. For in the words of Jesus, whatever you did to the least of my brothers, that you have done to me. A whisper is heard from the benefactors, a voice from the beneficiaries. They are voices of gratitude.